And welcome along and welcome to this first look at Durango. This is a American map set in the American West. It has been released as part of the Farming Simulator 19 mod contest. And it's by Turborunner. Because it's part of the contest, it's currently only available for PC Mac. And actually, to be perfectly honest, will likely remain that way because it is a 4x map. So unless it gets resized down for console, I'm afraid this one is likely to remain on PC. As you can see, it's initially with the main house and things, it uses quite a bit from Stanchi Lapacho here. This is the main house from there. But we have got a really interesting vista, a really interesting view here. So I'm quite looking forward to this. This is going to be a map that is going to be slightly different looking because of its location. And I'm quite looking forward to it for that reason. We are going to be using this vehicle over here. This is Black Sheep Modding's fifth wheel truck. So the modification of the basic in-game truck that adds a fifth wheel, although we've not got the fifth wheel hitch in, but we have got the dualies on it, which I quite like. Before we jump in it though, let's go have a look at the map itself. So here we go. Here is the main map, and as you can see, the top half of it, or the top sort of 2/3, is where most, in fact, pretty much all of the farming is. We've got a lot of fields on here, as you would expect actually on a 4x map. 53 fields, I think, is the maximum I can see on here. Just looking at the listing does not tell me exactly how many fields it has, but it looks like we've got 53 fields. I'm really intrigued as to what the stuff along the bottom of the map here is, so we will go and find that out in a bit. Can't currently see, most of the, wow, lots of sell points on here. We are gonna, it looks like it's got working trains. I can see at least one train line, two train lines. I think we might, this might be the first map I've ever come across with 3 train lines. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely wonderful. But yeah, it looks like we've got different train line silos. So again, I think this is going to be a map where you're going to be able to sell stuff by train. And in fact, transport company up there, that is only accessible via train by the looks of this. Lots of map to cover, so yeah, let's just jump into our truck. I think I'm sort of gonna have to wind my way around it to try and do this. So yeah, let's get to it. So back out here and into our truck we get. Starter up. And I'm going to head out, and we're going to head via field 7. Now, field 2, I'm just trying to get my bearings here. This field in front of us, this is field 2 here. So we own that, and that looks ready to harvest. The field to the south of us here, we own that as well. We want to head to the left. And field 3 to the north of our farm, so out that way we own as well. It's the other side of the pond there. And yeah, I'm loving the arid look of this. It's a nice looking map from that point of view. Good distance. I love how it sort of fades into the distance. You can kind of see the edge of the map. Because it's a very flat map, I think it's hard for a map like this to actually hide its edges, even with the stuff that's fading to sort of conceal the edge of the map. I'm not sure I overly like that on here, and it looks a little bit flat towards the edge to the north, to be honest. And yeah, there we go. There is the showing that we do have working trains on this map. And this is our first stop. So this is a train depot. So this is somewhere, it's not a sell point. This is somewhere where you can tip and load the train, which is absolutely fantastic. Liking that a lot. This is one of those maps, I think, almost looking at it, where you could pretty much tour this map via the train quite nicely, I think. Factory up there with a sell point, and interestingly, I'm just wondering, yeah, again, this appears to be, we know the train's gone the other way, this here appears to be a train-only sell point. I cannot see anywhere at this factory to sell that's not the train. So it looks like this might be one of those maps, yeah, that you rely on the train quite a bit, which is cool. I like that. I like the fact that this is a map that does make you use the train. I cannot see any sell places. Yeah, I can't see any other sell points in the factory here. And oh wow, this is pretty cool. So we've got a dam here, and I'm just gonna jump out of the car for this. So plenty of water held up at the top here, and then nicely down the other side of the dam. I don't want to fall off it. Nicely down the dam there and through. That is cool. That is very nice. And I always feel that maps on this kind of setup they're a little bit bleak. Which I don't hold against the map, because this is sort of a bleak. You'd expect somewhere this arid to be a little bit bleak. It is missing a little bit of character. I would kind of like a little bit more. And as I was saying earlier, actually, I don't like the edge of this map. That is unfortunate, I think, is probably the best term. Yeah, the edge of this is not well hidden. It's a very, very flat edge. This is another loading point for the train. So plenty of train loading points with this map. Lots of places. Now let's have a look. We want to head south from here, because we've got nothing more to see this way. And we want to try and head towards the rail silo east and the lumberjack camp. So it looks like with a lumberjack camp on here, it looks like we do have a map that has some forestry on here, which is a little bit strange for a map of this type. Normally forestry is a little bit difficult to come across on a map like this. It is very sparse, this map, and I can't help but see the edges now. Yeah, that is an unfortunate thing, and that is the one thing on this map that does let it down more than anything else, I think. Now, can we catch the road? We can catch the road at the end here, and in fact we want to go all the way down to the lumberjack camp. I think one big plus for this that I've seen so far is the rail network. I do feel like I could tour the entire map on the rail network, and yeah. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great the closer you get to it. I can see what they were going for. I can see what they were trying to attempt with that. It doesn't quite give the effect that they were after, unfortunately. And it's fine if you're looking straight on it like that. Although it does still look a lot like a big boat. But you look down it, or you look back, and it does look very flat. I'm not sure what you could do on a map like this to mitigate that. To make that look less flat. I think it would take an awful lot of work on the edge of the map to get that to do what you want that they wanted it to do when they were creating this. Lumberjack yard, and it seems that my whole thoughts about the bottom of this map is it's a massive forest. Now I'm not sure where the sell point is. The sell point's up this end. Again, everything about this map does scream huge. So from that point of view, it feels very much like an American map. Very nicely. That is sell point for the wood chips, and then we got sell point over here for wood and logs. Yep, that's looking great. And we're cut across. I'm going to try and cut across the bottom of field 53 here. So we can go and have a look at the rail silo. And wow, okay. That was interesting. Yeah, yeah. So it does. It's sort of, we go from this very arid, very very dry part of the map to suddenly having some slightly anachronistic trees. I think it would be. I don't know if this would exist. I mean, whoa, hang on, way. Now, how has they achieved that effect? It is a little bit jarring, but that very much is arid and not. That is a very definitive line there. I don't know. I understand. Again, I understand what they're going for with this map. It's just a little bit of an odd thing to suddenly see that change in ground type and that change in grass. That is, wow, that is quite something. Another loading point for the train. So yeah, plenty of loading points for the train around this map. I get the distinct feeling that almost all the sell points on this are train-only sell points. Another bridge that way, but we're going to go south. Is it worth going south for us? Yeah, we'll go south, and when... Oh, no, actually, that's the railway that goes that way. Yeah, that is the railway that's snaking around that way, so we don't want to go this way. We need to head back north, because we can't get across there. Roads are fairly well marked on here. Which is good. We have come across some PDAs recently that trying to navigate has been quite a difficult thing. Placeable area for a farm. I like that. This is touted very much as a multiplayer map, as it's 4 times. Works well for that with some areas where you can build farms, and actually being quite a flat, quite a plains-based map, it will work well for that. See, I do like the model rock formation in the middle of the map there, and the ones that are sort of around. It's a pity that those aren't what we've got at the edge of the map. That would be pretty cool. Now this, again, this is the town from the Estancia Lapacho by the looks of things, or at least part of. Oh no, maybe not. I've called that, and it's not. I think it's definitely used the buildings for it, but it's not the same layout. Nowhere near the same layout. It does feel like because it's using these assets from Estancia Lapacho though. It does feel very much more like a South African map, a South American map. Sorry, not South African. Than a Midwestern or a Western, American West is how it describes itself map. I see where they're going for. I don't think this kind of, yeah, with everything in Spanish, it would have been nice to have seen a texture refresh on some of these buildings to make them work for this. I don't know, however, if that is allowed under the mod contest rules. I know certainly no reskins is for vehicles and equipment, but if you're retexturing buildings from Estancia Lapacho, is that a problem? Yeah, so as we said, sell point here. That was that possibly be the bakery. Yeah, that is the bakery. So yeah, that maintains its name from Estancia Lapacho. We have something south of us here on the railway line. Interestingly enough. So I'm wondering if there's a train over there. There's definitely something. Oh no, they're cranes. So yeah, usable cranes on this map. That's what the 2 dots to the south of us on the map are. Which is quite cool. Yeah, this is I think as a multiplayer map, this will be fantastic. This will be really usable. As a single player map, it's huge. Now that's a little bit odd to see. Again, I think a slight rebrand to something. I don't know what the Ravenport one is. That would have been good, actually. I think to have had some of the assets from Ravenport on this map would have been good and would have helped it give it a bit more of an American feel. Now, to the south of us there, we do have this forestry area, and I think we're probably going to have a look at that. Yeah, we want to head down here. We've got some sell points down here. We have got several, actually, in town we need to look at here first. So we'll look at these, and then we'll head south. We have the shop in here, which, there we go. That is from from Ravenport. As I was saying, nice to see that here. We've got sell points opposite us in here, so what must be, I'm not sure, that looks like a grain sell point to me there with that opening. And we've got another sell point to the north we can't get at from in here. Not sure what that is just the other side of there. I think it's to the north of the... These icons aren't always very exact. Oh, in fact, yeah, I think it's in this big building here. Yeah. This is again, another train refill point. There's another, and there's the train that is on that line. Similarly, I think we've got a loading point up here for something as well. Maybe. Interesting way of keeping vehicles off the train tracks. Ah, yeah, we've got a sell point. It looks like a sell point for wood chips over there. Which wouldn't surprise me then if it's a sell point for wood. Up the top here. Which we can't get at. It's a long way around to get to that northern sell point. Quite difficult. Yeah, all this very dry grass going very suddenly green. Wow, how do you... Oh, right, so that's the railway line there. Looks like a wool sell point to me. But definitely no easy way into it, by the looks of things. Yeah, there we go. So round here. And yeah, it's... Yeah, there we go. We're steering traditional Celt 1892. I'm guessing, yeah, that this is the wool sell point, the wool and cotton. That would make sense to me. So yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Loading point again on this side for the train. And then we got a fuel station, a gas station here. And then we're going to head south because north is our farm. And we want to head, yeah, we want to head south from here and go and have a look at the sawmill, I think. And I'm not sure we'll get to the restaurant. We're about halfway around this map. And we're 18 minutes in. So this could be quite a long one. Given the amount of stuff at the bottom of this map. Wow. There's still so many sell points and so many things to look at. And we're heading up into the forestry area now. And that's really, wow. The whole map has changed at this point. Getting a much more mountainous feel to it now. And we got another sawmill down here. So we did see our sawmill at the top of the map. If we head this way quickly, and actually no, we're gonna head this way. No, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna head to the ranch and then double back and go and have a look at the stuff along the bottom, because we can easily get to the stuff along the bottom if we go via the restaurant by the looks of things. And yeah, here we got the ranch. So I'm guessing this is a straw sell point in here somewhere. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a grain. Oh, I'm guessing it's a grain sell point. I have no absolute proof of that. But what I thought was a forestry area very much isn't here. It's sort of a mountainous area sticking out the bottom, so it wastes. While this is a 4x map, there's a lot of it that is inaccessible by the looks of things. Which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'd quite like it to have been forestry that you drive up into. I mean, there is plenty of forestry here, but I think I'd quite like to being able to drive up into this large set of mountains here that you just sort of drive around the bottom of, and on the map is just this huge rock area. At this point I may find that there is a route up, but yeah, at the moment doesn't look like it. Restaurant here. There is some fairly flat stuff there. And then that is quite something. I will give them that. That is quite a view off there. And amazing to think that we're going to go and we're going to end up so much lower than the main part of the map with this now. Now the interesting thing is, we should have a road below us, and we do have a road below us, in fact, there. So we're going to head round. I'm just going to cut this corner out way, and again we're jumping our truck. But yeah, so you can get around that. And again, there's our blue train. So there's where the blue line runs. And it does look like they got different colour trains on each of the tracks. Wow, this map is humongous. Okay, I will give it this. This map is... this feels like a 4x map. It drives like a 4x map. There is so much to it. Which, again, that then makes me feel ever so slightly sad about that edge. So another sell point in there. I think it was just the other side of those buildings there. And then we do have something at the other side of this bridge here. So is that the outflow from our... Yeah, that's the outflow from our dam that we're down to at the moment. Yeah, and then we've got sell points in here. Like so. No, in fact, that's a loading point for the train that we've got here. And this is the BGA, so that is sell point for silage. So train loading point and sell point for silage. Train loading point is a little bit weird. It's wow, does that say dairy? Dairy station. Oh, dairy station is the last sell point we were looking at. And then looks like a placeables area for equipment and building a farm down here, which I think it would be a very much maybe a dairy farm down here, considering how close it is to the dairy and how much grass is available around here. Although whether a farm can own it or not is a good question. And here we got a nice town. Now this is a bit nicer. This feels a little bit more American. I'm rather liking that. And oh, okay. So I need to get out to show you guys this. We can't go anywhere, and the reason we can't go anywhere is you can't actually quite see it. That in the middle of the road is a ghost broom. What the heck? You can't see it. You can only see it from straight on like that. Can we see it from this side? That is weird. So that is a broom. It has a collision. Hasn't been removed from the map. That is... oh, wow. Oh, dear. Little errors. Little issues. No, we're going across it. Running across here, and we can see Pattinson's stockyard. So that in there is where you buy your animals. We have a sell point in here. That looks like, I'm going to guess that's a wool. And, yeah, that's wool in there. Another loading point for the train there. So more loading points for trains than sell points at the moment, which is interesting. Definitely, they really want you to use the train. Another placeables area, another place to build a farm, and again large grass fields here. No numbers on these grass fields, with a sell point to the north here, and looks like another lumberyard. Wow, that's our third lumberyard on this map, which has a crossing into that woodland there, but that kind of goes nowhere. I think that's kind of pointless, that crossing. I think that would be very difficult to do the forestry on that particular place. Then round here, again, another filling point for the train. There are an awful lot of those. I'm not so sure about having so many filling points for the train. I would quite like to have seen some more. Well, I say I'd like to see some more sell points. We do have an abundance of sell points on there, and we will go through those at the end of this. So here we have the port, and whoa, we've got stuff on the ground. Bit of a messy port by the looks of things. Sell points somewhere around here. Guessing a sell point on the docks, maybe? Somewhere around here. Not that I can see it. That's a silo. Well, there is a... Oh, there it is, in between those two buildings. Again, I think this is very much the Estancia Patio port area being repurposed for here. Right, and then we want to see if we can hop across the river here, because there is another sell point just the other side. And we've got a footbridge. Now, I know that the other cars have fit on these before. Yeah, this one should. Oh, if I can get myself just in the right position. Yeah, this is a bit tight. No, I don't think this is actually going to fit across this footbridge. We got a vehicle that's too wide. So, yeah, we have got another sell point the other side there. I can't get across at the moment. I doubt I could drive through that water. Oh, wow. That's really jammed in there. Okay, got it free. Let's try and not get it stuck again. Right, there we go. And to get that to that sell point, we've got to go up around there. What is this a sell point for? It is the sugar mill. So that is where the that's where you will sell your sugar beet and sugar cane, I would guess, based on its name. So I'm not going to head down there. If you want to go and have a look at that, check out the map. And we're going to head north now. And again, we're just sort of going through this this very mountainous area. Even though we're lower than the plains, where it's a lot more arid, which I guess happens in real life. We have another loading point for the train. Well, yeah, we do have a field around this, but yeah, that is a little bit. There are so many train loading points on this map, and then well, we got the Easter Island heads. I'm a little bit confused now. Okay. This does not. I don't quite know what to make of that. There are some spectacular vistas on this map, though. Coming up here. Wow. That is just incredible. And it just sort of opens up onto the plains again. It is it's a very mixed bag, this map, I think. Certainly, I think we'll do well as a multiplayer map, but it's, yeah. Bit of a mixed bag. Right, we're gonna head between the East Island heads now. This is a weird thing to have on this map. That is... It's the kind of thing I now expect to see the Eiffel Tower somewhere on it. You know? They are not what I would expect to see on a an American West map, as this describes itself. Another loading point for the train. There are so many of those on this map. I think that's about to be 7 or 8 that we've come across so far. And then we're heading up to the top of the map now, as we're passing the 30-minute mark, which always happens on these 4x maps. And it's another loading point for the train. Really, really want you to use the train on this map. You know, that's a massive, you know, you need to use the train on this map. And we're actually coming across to the last point on here. So across here, and again, I don't know, do we have a dam there, or is this is just a river that flows out? And then we've got Biogas Plant here. So this is the second Biogas Plant on the map. Not many maps you get on that, but a 4x map, I can understand it. I think I have a definite wish for more sell points on this map. Yeah. And then we got the lumber dump to the north of as well. So there's a point at which I will see if that's a sell point. But yeah, we've missed that. We've missed that out as well. Oh yeah, that is field 3. So that's a field you own as well. So yeah, that is the map. That is a tour of it. It's taken a little while to do, but very interesting. Odd in places. Not a great fan of its edge. No other big issues I can see though. Nothing that really niggles beyond sort of the edge of the map. Some weirdness. Those Easter Island heads definitely fit on the weirdness scale. But otherwise, yeah, that's a perfectly serviceable, perfectly playable map. If slightly lacking in detail, I think is probably my best description. I think it does lack a little bit on the detail edge. The house is floating a little bit as well, so it'd be good to see that picked up and the ground pulled up on that a little bit. So let's go inside this time. And have a look at the back. This is a fantastic house. This is, of course, the one from the Stanchula Patio. Although, added a swimming pool here. Oh, another minor detail. We have a floating... yeah, we have a floating vase. Whereas the other one's fine. That one's floating a bit. So, yeah, a couple of bits that could do with a little bit of work. And then into the swimming pool. So that's quite nice. A proper working swimming pool. That's good. That's very nice. Right, let's have a look at what the field prices are like. So we've had a look at the overall look at the map. We start with fields 1, 2, and 3. Field prices, that is an area. So quite nicely, areas contain more than one field. So there are some that contain single fields. There are some that contain multiple. Fields 1, 2, and 3 are part of this. It's 637,000 for the base area. That's quite cool. I really quite like that. But if you are on Start from Scratch or Farm Manager, that's going to be a tough area to buy. Although it would be a useful area to buy, especially on... you could just about afford it with both. Start from Scratch, I'd maybe afford it and then rent my equipment. Looking for the smallest map on here, 48 is good contender, but it's part of that area. Which area is the smallest area then? There we go. 15, field 15. That cannot be right. Wow. Field prices on this map are on the high side. Yeah, definitely set up to be... That's massively overpriced for the fields. There's nothing on what I would consider a reasonable price field on this. That is somewhat disappointing. Even multiplayer, that will slow people's progression a lot. So yeah, I think the field prices could do with a look at on this map. Nothing under 300,000 that I've seen so far. Yeah, even field 18, even that field there, which is not a large area, 404,000. So yeah, and 525. Oof. 166. Field 11 at 166,000. 167,000. That is the cheapest. That is ow, I think is my best description of that. So yeah, not enamored with the field prices. I do think that is an issue on this map. I think they could do with being a bit lower. I mean, it is a 4x map, so that is a larger field than normal, but there is not what I would call an affordable field on this map, unfortunately. Let's have a look in the shop, or in our garage more specifically, and see what we start with as a new farmer. We've got Valtra N134, a John Deere 6230R, and a Puma 200 CVX. So 145 horsepower, 280, and 245. So yeah, decent horsepower level for what we're dealing with. Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S is the combine. Yeah, good combine. The pickup is the one we added. Grand Bandit 750, useful trailer, especially with that combine. I think, 39,000 in that. And 8,000. Wow, I would maybe switch to a smaller trailer with that combine, I think, initially. I don't think you need quite such a big trailer, and you could buy one for half the price that would service that combine. And give yourself a little bit of extra cash. Free flow 25-foot header and a Diamant HS8 for header for the combine. Horse Pronto 9DC, yeah, good 9 meter planter for this, or seeder for this. Kuhn Deltis 1302 MTA3 sprayer with its PF 1500 front tank. Yeah, good sprayer. Rapide 580V. That is that's a forage wagon. Don't see a massive need for a forage wagon initially with the fields you own, and it'll be a while before you can afford to buy any. So yeah, I'd probably get a little bit of extra cash and sell that as well. We've got the Kuhn LSB 1290D baler and the Arkusen FSX 6372 auto stacker. Yeah, I think that's a good choice there. Stoll FZ 60 front loader, so that's the bigger Stoll one with a pallet fork. Not sure on why you only have a pallet fork. Obviously, if you want to do, if you want to use pallets for doing seeds and things, that's great to have that. Would be nice to have a bale spike, because I think with the auto loader, maybe you don't need it so much. But yeah, Lagoon 24 header trailer, large grain silo, farm storage shelter, and the farmhouse. So looks like when you do farm manager and start from scratch, you lose these items. But all good. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable set of equipment for this, I think. Last thing we need to look at in this video is the sell points. And there are a few. I will give it that. There are a few. Standard grains we have 5 sell points for, which is quite nice. Quite like that. If we scroll across and have a look, potatoes and sugar beet, those have 4 sell points each, so that's good. Along with the sugarcane having 4. Harbour restaurant, I cannot see. The sugar mill, yeah, the sugar mill takes sugar beet. Yeah, the sugar beet has 5 sell points. along with the sugarcane, because they also have the bakery and the sugar mill. Cotton has 2 sell points, so we've got spinnery, beech, and spinnery, along with wool. Eggs have 3 sell points, which is, again, good to see some variety there. Milk has 3 sell points. Wood chips has 5 sell points. Wow, that's awesome. Single sell point for silage at New Earth, which is interesting. I would expect the BGA up here to have it as well. New Earth is, yeah, Biogas Plant, I would have expected to have it. And BGA Dry. Oh, no, BGA, yeah. Where is that? BGA South doesn't do it either. Oh, maybe. That's the thing. So the BGAs don't mark as sell points. So there are multiple sell points for silage. It's just that New Earth takes it as tipped. You've got like the BGAs. So the BGAs never appear on here. You've got hay is looking quite good. Grass is, again, grass has 4 sell points, as does straw. So, yeah, you can sell grass and straw here. Although, actually, no, this is grass. So, grass has 2 sell points. Hay has 4, as does straw. And then manure, other than the BGA, also has selling at New Earth, along with slurry as well. So, yeah, wow. That is a lot to take in on this map. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think it'll be a good multiplayer map. If you're looking for a nice, decent multiplayer map, especially one with trains, this is the map for you. Otherwise, single player, I'm not too enamored by it. I think it will be a very difficult map to either start from scratch or be a farm manager on. I think New Farmer is probably your best bet on this. But yeah, I don't think it's the greatest single player map. Bit lacking in detail in places, and while the edge of the map looks great from this distance, you get a bit closer to it and it kind of falls down. So I'm not a huge fan of the edges. All in all, though, if you do think this map is for you, if you want to take a look for yourself, it is available from the mod hub. It is called Durango. It is by Turborunner. Go check it out. It is PC only, and as I said at the beginning of the video, I think it is likely to remain PC only as well, even after the contest, unless there's a rework of it. To be a 2x map. So that is it for this video. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.